Hey everybody, I'm ZeldaMaster and welcome back to the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. In this one we're going to be continuing on through the Spirit Temple, this time as an adult, because last time we took on the first portion of this temple as a kid, and we got ourselves the silver gauntlets, and now with them we'll be able to take on the rest of this temple as an adult. So let's start off by taking out our bomb chews, because to advance as an adult, you're going to need to use your bomb chews to blow up this rock up here, and just like that, we can now hook shot up. Now, in the original game, you immediately used your silver gauntlets to push a giant block, but, I mean, once you solve this little puzzle, there you go, you're gonna have to do the exact same thing, just this time in a different area. So, yeah, Spirit Temple is a bit different in the Master Quest version, obviously, and as I've been saying for every temple, the temples are somewhat easier in Master Quest, but I would say this one is an exception, somewhat, sort of, because you could get real confused just trying to solve all the things within this temple, because it does get pretty confusing, especially looking for every single Skulltula. So we're gonna go ahead and just get started by making our way back into this room. Yes, it wasn't too hard to make our way back into this room where we took on a good portion of it as a kid, and now we're gonna take on the rest of it as an adult. So what I want to do here is I'm utilizing my adult weapons. You know, we got the fire arrows, because Din's fire wouldn't have covered that much range, and with that we have opened up a door that is over here. We can easily play the Scarecrow song to reach it, or we can hook shot on a you know, little torch, which I believe we can long shot from one side to another, which I'll attempt doing in a bit. But for now, actually, what I want to do is I want to enter this room. I believe this door was already unlocked, but we do want to come in here because in the previous video, we got ourselves a chest that was inaccessible as young Link, and well, as an adult, we can now pick it up. Now, and with that same, like, gimmick in mind, we're gonna have to do the exact same thing for another small key. Now, this small key isn't mandatory. It's just an extra small key that will be helpful for 2 of the Gold Skulltulas we want to get within this temple. And to get this, well, you may remember, yes, a rusted switch that was just laying right over here. And by hitting it, yes, it's going to have a chest appear on the opposite side there. And obviously, the other side of this is where, you know, Nabooru was standing and had us as a kid enter. So clearly, as an adult, we're not going to be able to do anything about it. So the game literally wants you to rewind it time with you know, placing in the Master Sword, come back here, pick up the small key, go back into the future, and continue on, which you know, isn't really that insane with what we've done so far in this temple, but having to do it again is a bit much if you ask me. But we're gonna do it, of course, and freaking flying pots. One thing I find funny is they removed the flying pot in the beginning of the temple, but there are so many elsewhere, so you know, you still get that, you know, feeling, because I feel like that's what I remember so well from the Spirit Temple, the freaking flying pots. But okay, anyways, I want to go ahead and make my way all the way up here with this little box, because we've done this exact puzzle as a kid, and we're going to do it again as an adult. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my hover boots for this, so make sure I have these equipped, because this should make it easier without having to play the Song of Time to have the time block appear. As you can see with an adult, we're cutting corners, we're doing adult things, you know. As a kid, there would have been a lot of limitations, but, you know, we're seeing the benefits of becoming an adult. Okay, I'm joking here, but I mean, it is nice to kind of resolve some of these puzzles in a much quicker way. I really like the structure of the Spirit Temple altogether, and I don't even know how I got hit by that, but yeah, I really like it in Master Quest. I think it's altogether really fun, and well, this is probably the worst room in the temple. It's whatever. And the reason why it's the worst room in the temple, because, well, even though we got silver gauntlets apparently making us stronger, being able to push giant blocks and stuff, it ain't gonna do crap in this room. Here we got a sun block, and we're pushing it just as fast as we originally did when we were a kid. No difference, no anything. And it kind of sucks, as you can tell, because this is a very time-consuming puzzle. So the puzzle here is to take this sun block and apply it, because it's sun screen. Okay, no, this block of a sun face, and we want to bring it all the way to the sunlight, so, you know, he can get some sun. This guy already has sunscreen applied. He could just easily, you know, just go for a tan right now, which I want to go ahead and help him out with. So yeah, by hitting that switch, it removes the fire temporarily, which we didn't really need it gone for too long, just to, you know, move the block from one side to another. And now that we've done that, we're gonna easily take this one block all the way to the sun, so yeah, it can get a little tanning session going on. Let's go ahead and do that, and there you go, it has awakened. But what I also want to do is I want to grab this one because I want to open up the doors so we can easily leave. You could use Pharaoh's Wind if you don't want to push this block, but I mean the time it would take to use Pharaoh's Wind outside the door and pushing this block is kind of the same thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and solve this really quickly. Alright, we're done with that. But alright, you may say, okay, so why'd you push this block in particular? Well, this one had random ice blocks appear in the ceiling, and now we can hook shot from here to there and pick up this little Gold Skulltula that happens to be on an ice block, which is very weird because if there was no ice block, what would it do? But I guess maybe the ice block was already there. The one we got was the other one. Either way, we've done it. Let's go ahead and then move on because, yeah, we're done with that altogether. I want to make my way now to the other side of these rooms and attempt to take them on. So, okay, obviously the switch is pressed back in, but we're done. We got the Skulltula. Everything is good to go. Uh-oh. Look at this. Oh, it just flew off. Okay. So, yeah, like I said, you could use the Scarecrow Song, or you could do this. This works really well. Just, you know, hook shot to the other side and kind of advance. We're going to use a small key we've gotten to open up this door and move on. And you want to make sure you take on this section first over the other room that we opened on the lower half. And the reason why is because we're going to need the item of this temple. You may say, oh, but wasn't that the silver gauntlets? No, of course not. I mean, if you played this game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a really badass weapon that I'm very excited to get my hands on. But in the meanwhile, we got a couple Beamos we gotta, you know, explode. So let's go ahead and give him some tasty treats, some bombs. Enjoy. You know, Dodongos love this. Maybe you'll like them too. There we go. Okay. We killed them all. That opens up the door, continuing forward. And also, I actually know it opens the door continuing backwards because these two doors are locked. So yeah, now what do we need to do? This is actually a very confusing room. Now I remember when I first entered it, when I was originally beating this game, I got super confused, but it requires 3 short steps. The first step is to stand in front of this block and play, obviously, the Song of Time. It's a, you know, Song of Time block or a time block, whatever the name is. But there we go. We're going to go ahead and move this time block. And what it's going to do is it's going to show off a little platform that we can step on. The switch obviously is blue, so it can't be pressed in without something weighing it down. So yeah, now this is where things get a little weird, and to be honest, I'm not sure how these time blocks move or whatever. I just remember I did this, and ever since then, it's been the way I solved it. So the way you want to do this, you want to play the Song of Time once standing here. What it's going to do is it's going to like move, I guess, the Song of Time block somewhere else, and it's going to have another one move. And apparently there should be a block about, or a little oops, that is the wrong song. But there should be a little, you know, block that is waiting for us. So if you play the Song of Time a second time standing in this exact location after playing, the Song of Time on the very first block that was covering the switch, what this will do some way, somehow, will get a little box just to kind of fall down. I don't understand it. I don't know where this box comes from, but it's here now, so yeah, let's continue. Let's go ahead and solve this really quickly. So all I need to do is place the little box on top of the switch, and voila, we can easily advance forward. So not bad, and luckily once we finish this set of rooms, we'll never need to come back. So I'm looking forward to it. We got some Dino foes, and whoops, okay, I didn't mean to hit that. I mean, these are Lizelle foes, but as you can see, yeah, they go by Dino foes. They're a bit scarier, a bit more intimidating. I feel like they fit for Adult Link much more than the Lizelle foes. Lizelle foes are for, you know, kids. And yeah, okay. But yeah, I kind of did this on accident, but to continue through the next room, you got to hit this little chest, which, you know what, I'll just go ahead and open it. You're not supposed to. Yes, as you can see, it is a trap. It's mainly just to be a switch, but I only lost half a heart because I was clicking all my buttons and whatnot, so it wasn't too bad. But alright, now we can continue on, and this room may look rather familiar. One thing I need to do is kill this guy, though, because we can't actually advance forward without doing... Oh, wait! I'm so stupid! I'm like trying to build up magic, and I realize I'm using my Lens of Truth, which doesn't give me magic. It's consuming magic. But yeah, this room may look familiar. And speaking of magic, oh, hell yeah. Give me some of that. I didn't really get much, but yeah, this room looks familiar in the sense that this was like the same stairway that I was admiring so much that was leading to the mini-boss of the dungeon. And well, now it's time for another mini-boss, this time for Adult Link. I was gonna say Dark Link, that makes no sense. Adult Link, not Young Link. Alright, and yes, it's another Dark Nut. Look at that. Or not Dark Nut again. Why do I want to call them Dark Nut? They're Iron Knuckles. Iron Knuckles, in my opinion, like I said, I like them a lot more than like the Dark Nuts of the series. I think these are really badass enemies, and well, now it's time to take on this Iron Knuckles to take my Iron Fist! And let's get started. So, you just go ahead and jump. You don't want to do it that close, but with the Goron sword you can really get some crazy range like that, jump back, like that, jump back, like that, jump back, like that, jump back, like, oh, he's dead, never mind. Okay, well, it's over now, but, yeah, usually it's, it's the process somewhat like that. I don't know. The Goron sword just makes it way too easy compared to using the Master Sword, because you just get all that additional range. But alright, so we've done what we've done before. I guess coming out here, we're gonna get ourselves, yes, another special chest. This chest is even more special than, you know, what we got before. Before we got the silver gauntlets, it was shiny, it was reflective and cool, but look at this, we got a freaking mirror shield. Yes, there's a mirror on our shield, and with it, well, we can pretty much reflect sunlight and energy itself. Not the energy of the sun, but more than that, and that will make sense very soon. So yes, this is the item of the dungeon. It is very important and altogether super valuable, because it's gonna help us pretty much complete this dungeon. Looks super badass on Link, if you ask me. But now let's go ahead and walk back into this temple and yeah, start backtracking a bit, because with the mirror shield there's so much we can now do, obviously, from beating the temple itself to just getting ourselves a bunch of cool goodies and stuff. But to start off, I mean, this room already, there's something we can do. I don't care how many hearts I lose, because I'll show you guys an easy way to heal after this, you know, set of battles. But what we want to do is we want to go ahead and play the Song of Time to move this time block, and this is our first mirror shield puzzle. I really love the mirror shield in this game. It's kind of insane that this temple is my favorite, not just because of the mirror shield, but like all of the things to it. But then same with Majora's Mask, the Stone Tower Temple, which also utilized the mirror shield, was my favorite. I just really love these temples, from the way they're structured to everything about them. Actually, they're just so like, it's just so cool. And plus the Egyptian theme is pretty cool. I mean, those who don't know, I'm part Egyptian, or pretty much Egyptian, so, you know, I think it's pretty badass to see stuff like this, even though I don't know too much about my own heritage, you know, still, but regardless, that's like, I mean, that's ancient stuff compared to, like, you know, now. But anywho, yeah, I went ahead and played the sun song, because this sun is gonna give us a thing, whatever it's called. I don't know. Are they considered giant fairies? Just some sort of healing method. It's gonna heal you to full HP if you happen to be weary from battle, which the Darknet did take a toll on me with that one hit it hit me with. So yeah, by doing that, we went ahead and, yeah, we have to move the time block back because it was blocking the door. And well, speaking of the sun song, actually I don't need to play it. Come on, Link, you can connect this. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, because it literally takes one stinking hit to kill these guys with the Goron sword, but it's not worth giving them the chance to even attack you. So, managed to kill him real quickly, and as you can tell by this chest, yes, the boss key is now ours. We got ourselves the main key to open up the boss door, but we still got plenty of keys we need to pick up. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and ignore these dino foes. No point to being here. Now, I could open up this door, but, I don't have a small key, so I can't actually open up this door. Never mind, we need to go find a small key, and there are actually, I believe, 2 small keys we can get. One, as I mentioned, as Young Link, and the other one we'll be able to get now as Adult Link. So I'm gonna go ahead and just make my way down from here, ignore that, you know, wall master, head inside this room, and well, watch out for the shadow monsters hanging from the ceiling. Okay, there happens to be another one, but there's also these. So actually, first thing I want to do is just kind of move around, kill you. Okay, now we can focus these guys. Nice. Okay, one down. Just gonna go ahead and not give this guy a chance to attack. Just like that, we are done with the second Stalfos. no point to waste time fighting them. And now let's go ahead and start burning these faces. It may look like what I'm doing is wrong, like I have to burn a specific sun face with the sunlight, but no, you just got to do them all real quickly, and that will summon well, Floor Master. I don't know. I always get these names confused. It will summon, you know, one of these shadow monsters down. You know, so we just gotta go ahead and make sure we do them one by one. Obviously, you don't want the shadow to land on Link, or that will just slow down the process, having you thrown back to the beginning of the temple, so screw that. But there we go. By killing all of them, we have now opened the way forward. I have filled up my wallet with the amount of money they dropped. That was kind of ridiculous. But we're going to go ahead and jump down here. Luckily, I didn't take any fall damage. The game realized. We got some blade traps that we just need to quickly avoid. Go ahead and make my way across here. And all right, this room, I believe we can get ourselves 2 very, very simple Gold Skulltulas with a specific small key. Actually, there's a Gold Skulltula here, but I believe over here there's just one that we can get, luckily without a small key. As you can see, you can hear it at least, so yeah, we can hear it easily, and we can easily pick it up. Haha, yeah. Okay. So to leave this room, I think all I need to do is play Zelda's Lullaby. I advise not jumping down in that pit. I believe there are enemies you're going to have to fight or something. There's really no point, though. This room was for the Gold Skulltula, but it's a bit more confusing just because why not? It's a master quest, so all the rooms are going to be like that. But okay, so that's done and done. I can now just move on. What I want to do is I want to go ahead and pull out my Megaton Hammer so I can explode these rocks just like that, and bam, hit this switch, which is a rusted switch. Which actually, wait, I don't want to hit yet. You know, I'll re-hit that switch because I want to make sure I pick up both silver rupees right here, 1 and 2, before I make my way here. Because you may wonder what this is. Well, this is going to take you back to the entrance of the temple. But there has been silver rupees that have just been in the entrance that we couldn't really complete them with because the other 2 were located here hidden, and the third one is literally on that little waterway. So yes, you have to make sure you collect all of these just like that, and then roll your way to the other side. And by doing that, now you can collect the last 2 silver rupees. Actually, I didn't even show off where they are, but the last 2 silver rupees that are in the entrance of this temple are actually in these rocks. And yeah, they just kind of remain there, but they won't do anything unless you pick up all of them. And by picking up all of them, just like that, yes, we're gonna get ourselves one of the small keys. So there we go. Now essentially what we need to do is backtrack all the way back to that room and use said small key on one of the doors, or I guess the one door we didn't open up. But as you may remember, I got myself a small key as Young Link that I can only obtain. Well, I got it as Adult Link, but I can only obtain it as Young Link. So yes, as weird as this is, we're gonna have to leave the temple. The whole point of doing the temple into 2 sections was so I can do Young Link's portion in its own part and then Adult Link's in its own part, but it seems like they're gonna have to intertwine for a second, and this is only to 100% the game, because with the 1 small key we currently have in the temple, we can pretty much complete the rest of the temple. But like I said, there is a Gold Skulltula that we're gonna want to pick up with the other small key, so in terms of 100%ing, we are not done yet. We have to visit the temple as Young Link, pick up that small key, come back as an adult, and repeat the process. A little repetitive if you ask me, but you know, if you only do it these like 3 times, it's not really that repetitive. I think it's more so repetitive if you're completely confused with the temple and you backtrack multiple times. Then I can imagine that getting fairly annoying. But let's go ahead and play the song of the Requiem of Spirit, that is. Trying to think of what it is. Luckily we have the little, you know, ocarina sheet that displays for you, because like I said a million times, I'm just only used to the C sticks, and even though no matter what, I don't think it will take me a really long time to get used to 3DS versions of Ocarina, just because even though I played this game so much, I played the N64 just way more. I would love to see Nintendo put these games on the Switch or on like a bigger console than the 3DS so we can get better resolution and just appreciate the game a whole lot more, but sadly that isn't the case. I don't see them doing that anytime soon, especially with how Nintendo's constantly porting new games onto the Switch, or onto the, not even the Switch, the the 3DS. Like, we're getting Luigi's Mansion. That was a GameCube game for the 3DS. Like, to me, that's ridiculous. I want then Twilight Princess for the 3DS. Let's do it. Alright, that's so far-fetched, but screw it, right? Give it to me, Nintendo. Let's go ahead and quickly grab this. So yeah, we got ourselves the small key, 2 small keys in. Now, there should be no more small keys. Well, there is one more small key we're going to need to pick up, but my point here is there should be no more backtracking in terms of small keys. So heck yeah, now let's go ahead and quickly become an adult and fix this once and for all. Finish the temple, because we are actually really close to finishing it. It's not that long if you know what you're doing, and it's pretty straightforward. You know, just in general, but I do, again, think it's much more difficult than taking on the Spirit Temple in the original game, which is, again, it may not seem like I'm saying much, but is saying much of, compared to what I've said throughout this whole LP, with how I feel like every temple has been more so easy on Master Quest, and the big confusion was for the Skulltulas. But in this, I feel like it's confusing all around, even trying to get 100% or not. But, okay, so... as much as I want to play it without having to look, I have to check, because I always forget if it's L or R first, but it's L, so, yeah. I don't know why, the main reason I feel like I got so used to the N64 one is because each note was like a C-stick button, and it, like, actually affected... Like, it felt like you were playing that note. Like, I got used to the sounds they made. And this one, to me, they're like A, you know, X, Y, L, R, like, I don't think of like C-stick up, down, left, right. To me, those are a lot easier. Reminded me somewhat of an actual ocarina, like, because I have tried playing an ocarina before, and you know, I've learned how to play a couple songs. Like all of these songs, the bass songs that Link does, teleportation songs, Zelda's Lullaby, all of that. I like learned the majority of them, and it's fun to play, but the instrument itself just does not sound good, like, altogether. It sounds like a recorder, and, you know, in elementary school, I rocked out with the recorder, but I don't know about today if I want to be doing stuff like that. But, okay, so we have made our way back. Whoa, the stinking, the stinking thing just attacked me. Okay, now, what was the song? AX, L, Y, L, L, okay. I have to remember that because I'm playing the Sonata of Awakening, aka my Scarecrow song, to summon Pierre, just in case you don't want to, like, you know, make your way around here, hook shot like I've done before. This is the alternative if you have the Scarecrow song. It's not like you need it, but it's there, and I might as well show it off. But okay, with 2 said small keys, we're going to be using one of them in this room, so just go ahead and make my way across. This room is actually going to be a bit difficult for one stinking thing, but it will be worth it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just snipe this guy. Is it hurting him? Nice. Wait, I think it is. Is he dead? Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's a moblin, and he's gonna literally annoy the crap out of you, hurting you if you attempt to walk across. And it's kind of like, you know, playing, you know, taking on the Forest Temple, trying to make it to the Forest Temple as an adult. It's pretty cool how they added that in this temple. Really bizarre and nice to see, but I didn't really want to give him a chance to do anything. So, as you can see, the game wants us to play actual songs set out for each one of these mini rooms that we're going to open up. And by each room we open up, we'll be able to open up another room, essentially. So just play a song and voila, now that door has opened up. Now if you look above it, you'll see a little cow. You can only assume what song we'd have to play here. Yes, it'd be the Epona song, because we learned that from a ranch. We play these to cows to get free milk, because somehow it just has them release milk on the spot just by listening to the song itself. Anywho, with that done, again, here is a sun, so to no surprise, playing, there we go, okay. Just gotta make sure I know my notes for at least these basic songs, the ones that I play so much. There we go, and now that opens up another random door. This door has nothing above it, so what do we play here? Anything. There we go. Okay, got it. So Song of Storms works. I think Zelda's Lullaby works as well, so we're gonna go ahead and play Zelda's Lullaby. Whoa, for the last one, this is kind of like that frog mini game where you had to play all of the non-teleportation songs that, you know, just opened up the way forward. So now We played Zelda's Lullaby many times within the game. Here is another time we're going to have to do it. Not the last, even within this temple, believe it or not. So let's just go ahead and do that. And with that said and done, the door has opened up. Now, it may be raining, but I need the power of Din's fire on my side for what's up ahead. So I'm going to go ahead and have it equipped. Reach the other way here. I just realized the music. Oh, there you go. I was going to say the music stopped playing, but now it's back, luckily. And now, okay, this is why Din's fire is handy. Because, well, there's a gold skulltula in this room. There's also a bunch of normal skulltulas. And it makes this room fairly annoying if you try to deal with them. So, just like that, we got ourselves the gold skulltula we wanted, and I guess the purple rupee, not something we necessarily needed. I don't really need any of these additional chests, but okay, avoid this guy, because if he hits you, he's going to knock you back. Let's kill him. Watch him fall and die. Ow, while I get hit as well, because his stinking body won't move, and I got, like, trapped in between there, but alright, it's fine. Now, with that done, we can easily backtrack with this one small key we have and finish up whatever we have left within this temple. So, I want to go ahead and pick up, I guess, this heart. Pick up another heart, not bad. We can easily hook shot like this, or you can make your way across the waterway and hook shot back up with the Scarecrow song. Like, either way works. This is just, I feel like, a bit faster. Just like that, I am now making my way back up to this room where the Beamos originally were. You know, that whole room of Beamos, and now with the one small key, we're just going to open up that locked door that we've been saving for a good while. I mean, we went back through time and forward just to get these keys, but now we're utilizing them, and they'll be, you know, helpful very quickly. So, okay, this room, very annoying because there's a lot of stinking rupees we need to collect, but it's actually fairly easy. Okay, you suck. Roll, get this fire off of me. Okay, there we go. So, the reason why this room is fairly easy is because it looks like you have to, like, be super patient and get every single rupee, and I feel like that's what a lot of people think they have to do, but they don't. You just need a hook shot to these non-moving platforms, fall down, pick them up, reset, repeat, yada yada. It is as simple as it gets. So just go ahead and drop down like this, pick it up, one more to go, and once we're done with that, we can easily finish this. So I'm gonna hopefully grab this on my way up. Nice! Maybe I can continue upwards. There we go, I am up! The game is like, just here you go, you're done. Alright, nice, I am done. Let's continue now. So, okay, it looks like we are in front of a dead end, right? We need a small key. Well, I believe if I play Zelda's Lullaby, that a way will open forward for me. Yeah, so clearly it's not this door that's going to open up. It's going to be the door that is on the far right for some reason, but whatever. They have the thing right here, so it looks like it's going to open up that room. Either way, let's just go ahead and grab said, you know, door. I enter the door is what I'm trying to say. I don't even know what I'm saying here, but okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and pull out my Megaton Hammer real quickly. Jump, hit this. Wait, oops. Hit this block so that way I can hit the switch that is hidden within it and enter this room. We are coming fairly close to the end of this temple. So, entering this room. Okay, cool. Let's just do this first. Kill you. Don't want to mess with you. I'm gonna kill this bubble. Luckily, it's just one easy hit. Don't want to mess with them when they have fire around them, or you can't do anything. And here is a young Link version of a Untitled Chapter. Okay, well, you're a lot faster than I expected, so I gotta give you credit there. But now, what I want to do, and you need to be quick about this, because I do believe you're kind of set with time, is you want to quickly light this, run to the other side as soon as you can, don't even mess with that mirror, and then push this just enough to be on to this side. I think we did it, right? Yeah, it's facing this side. Okay, cool. So now we have this mirror facing the mirror over there, and all we need to do is have the other mirror over there facing it. And as you can see, yeah, there's fire surrounding it, so that's why you want to make sure you solve this now. But as I walk here, you may notice, what is Link doing? Is there some invisible object? Well, there is, and this is very important because you will not get yourself the final Skulltula if you don't utilize this small key. So you want to make sure you get it as soon as you can. And when I said final, I mean final 2, actually. So that small key is hiding 2 Gold Skulltulas, as crazy as that may seem. But all right, there we go. The giant, you know, freaking snake-like mirror is facing the way it should be, just like that. It's facing here. We are set to make our way to the boss. We got the boss key. We got everything we need. But remember this door right here? Yeah, let's go ahead and enter it and take on what lies within it. And as you can see, yes, it is a black version of the Iron Knuckles. I really like the way the armor looks on this one. But okay, so what is it that we want to do here? We want to bring this Iron Knuckle all the way over here. As crazy as this may seem, we want to have it attack and break that platform. Wow, the lag is insane when it does that. And now you can see a little Gold Skulltula is chilling right besides it. So again, I want to do the exact same thing with this right here, this little torchway. Now, okay, that was really annoying. Don't want to like cause a stinking seizure trying to play this game. Jeez, the lag is crazy. But okay, so yeah, it still needs to hit it one more time. So go ahead and just let it attack. Perfect. All right, is it? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, now the battle begins, which is not much of a battle because obviously it's as straightforward as it gets. You just go ahead and attack this guy until you're dead. Yep, there we go. You want to make sure you don't kill this Iron Knuckle until you're able to open up both of these weird, you know, throne-like metal thing. I don't really know what they are. It looks like 3 chairs in one. I don't really get it. But as you can see, this one has nothing behind it. So, yeah, 2 Gold Skulltulas just like that, making us have every Gold Skulltula within this temple and, well, completing everything we can complete thus far. Now, all that's left is the boss of the temple. So, like I said, we're going to go ahead and make our way over here, use the light from the sun. And yeah, I really like this puzzle altogether, like using all the mirrors with your mirror shield to finally get it. This and the one in Majora's Mask, it being Stone Tower Temple, like I said, just so fun to do altogether. But okay, now it's time to burn off the face of this, just like that. And we can easily hook shot to the other side. Yes, this statue was actually where the final boss lied, guys. So up ahead is the battle we've been waiting for. Let's go ahead and do this. Oh, looks like someone is here, Koume. Looks like it, Kotake. What an outrageous fellow he is to intrude so boldly into our temple. We should teach this outrageous fellow a lesson. Oh, loyal minion! Destroy this intruder on our behalf! Uh-oh, it's an Iron Knuckle. Oh, what? There you go! It's an Iron Knuckle with this axe. Okay. So yeah, I like that little, you know, joke they had going on there where it's, you know, the Iron Knuckle wasn't ready until it got its axe. But let's see, something strange. It's not an ordinary enemy. What? What's going on with this enemy? Can we see the truth? No. Okay. So yeah, you want to play super safe because this is still a battle against an Iron Knuckle. But luckily, with the Begoron sword, they proved to be fairly easy. So we're going to go ahead and just wait for our opportunity. And there we go. Where am I? Well, looks like she's back to normal, Koume. She's just a little girl, but she commands a lot of respect among the Gerudo, Kotake. Maybe we should make her work for the great Ganondorf for a little while longer, ho-ho! Then we should brainwash her again, hee-hee! Alright, so that is not looking too good. Is that the boss? No, of course not. It was just a distraction from what the boss really is. So Nabooru is not doing too good after 7 years of being enslaved and brainwashed. She's still caught by these two twins, and we need to stop them once and for all. So this is it. This is the battle against the two witches. So look at that stupid kid. He came on his way to offer himself as a sacrifice to the great Ganondorf. With my flame, I will burn him to the bone! With my frost, I will freeze him to his soul! And yes, the Sorcerer's Sisters, Twinrova! This is the battle. Koume and Kotake are known as Twinrova, and well, they aren't messing around. So luckily we have a very helpful shield with us that will help us go up against these guys. But to start off, we want to make sure we keep an eye on the one of the sisters. There we go. And then we can easily hit the other one just like that. So we're pretty much using their weaknesses against each other because they are effective against each other, essentially. Weird dynamic duo. It is actually kind of cool. You know, they hone each other's weaknesses. And you want to pretty much use that against them. When they try to shoot you, you just easily use the mirror shield to reflect the damage back onto the other sister. Now, yeah, by targeting on them, it's pretty easy to do so. But if you're unsure if that's the best idea, you could always do otherwise. But luckily, we'll be able to do it, hopefully, from this. And just like that, we got her sister. Once again, pretty simple. So keep this up. We're going to go ahead and wait for, I'm assuming maybe now it's time for the fire turn. I really love the way the shield looks when it does get hit. But once again, huge mistake, right? No, oh, it didn't hit the other sister for some reason. Interesting. But either way, this is the entire battle. I'm going to tell you this. It's as easy as you can imagine. Nothing too crazy, nothing to worry about per se. You just gotta hope the AI works really well and they're near each other and they shoot the blast you want to shoot so you can hit the other sister. But okay, so we're gonna go ahead and block this and hopefully hit the other one. No, okay, I don't know why they're standing in such a weird position. I was hoping it'd be a bit easier, but okay. Let's go ahead and hope that this one is here and aha, perfect. We managed to get it, and just like that, let's see what happens next. Okay, there we go. So, okay, let's get serious now, Kotake. Okay, Koume. Koume and Kotake's double dynamite attack! Oh my. Even like, it's like, whoa! And she winks. So, who would have thought that the two old ladies make a attractive one? It doesn't make any sense. But now they're young and attractive, right? So, now it's time to take on Twinrova as a whole. To me, you know, I guess two olds make a young... I don't really understand it, but alright, now it's time to use, since they have both powers, we're just going to go ahead and wait for them to attack with all that they got, and just pretty much block with our shield thrice. If we are able to block a certain element 3 times, the shield will be powered up enough to shoot back its own version of an attack. But obviously, you don't want to mix the elements, so now that we have 2 ice, it is getting much stronger. So we're going to go ahead and wait for the 3rd ice attack. And with it, we can now reflect it back because the shield has gotten enough energy, and then attack as much as possible, and so on and so forth. This is pretty much the entire battle. Not much else. So yeah, but again, this is where the AI could step in and make it a bit annoying, if you ask me. And what I mean by that is we need to be careful with what she shoots. As you can see, I want to now power up my shield with fire. We already got 1 element of fire on it, so if she's going to shoot ice, I'm going to avoid it because that will combust the shield and probably hurt you as a result. So you don't want to make sure you mix 2 of the same elements. So again, go ahead and move. Just kind of wait it out. I really didn't like the way the shield looks. I just really wish it would remain like this in certain areas, or you could like power it up yourself or use things fire, something. But yeah, she didn't take too many hits, luckily, so rather straightforward, pretty simple, a unique boss concept, but I mean probably one of the easiest. Then again, they've all been easy. I haven't really been taking damage to bosses. I take damage more so to stealth foes. But anyways, shoot, what a fresh kid! Time will get serious, right, Kotake? What? Hey, Koume, what's that above your head? I don't know, but you have one above your head too, Kotake. But I'm only 400 years old! Whoa. And I'm just 380 years old! We're twins, don't lie about your age! You must have gone senile! Who are you calling senile? Is this how you treat your older sister? We are twins! How could you be older? Yeah, how heartless are you? How could you be so ungrateful? You're heartless, you ungrateful! We'll come back to haunt you! And there we go. That pretty funny ending. I like how they die normally, unlike other enemies that like we literally see them like just explode in front of us and their heart just drop out of their head or something brutal. These are like picked up into what, like heaven? I'm like confused almost, like what to take from that. Like, so it was Koume and Kotake good people, and maybe Ganondorf has taken him under their spell as well? I wonder. Anyways, we got ourselves a max heart container, leaving us with exactly one heart container left, which we'll be obtaining from a few side quests and such. But before I enter this room and end things off, can I take a second and just appreciate how beautiful this room is? Now, I know I've been doing that with the whole temple, but look at this. So they have like a bunch of hieroglyphic writing on the walls that literally change in color over time, and it's very subtle, but it's there and it's appreciated because like all of these different colors are just pulsing through the temple walls. It's hard to tell, but it's there. I don't know. It's really well designed if you ask me. I just like it all together. But enough wasting time. We finished up the temple, so let's go ahead and I guess call it and see where and who the sage is that we rescued. Kid, let me thank you. Look at what the little kid has become in the past 7 years. A competent swordsman. By the way, I really messed up. I was brainwashed by those old witches and used by Ganondorf to do his evil will. But isn't it funny that a person like me could turn out to be the Sage of Spirit? And now I'm going to fight them as one of the 6 sages. I'm going to pay them back for what they did to me. Kid. No, Link, the hero of time. Instead of keeping the promise I made back then, I give you this medallion. Take it. You received the Spirit Medallion. Nabooru awakens as a sage and adds her power to yours. If I only knew you'd become such a handsome man. I should have kept my promise I made back then. Wait, what? Link, the hero! Finally, all of us, the 6 sages, have been awakened. The time for the final showdown with the King of Evil has come. Before that, though, you should meet the one who is waiting for you. The one who is waiting for you at the Temple of Time. Alright, so something I forgot to mention within this episode, and this is something completely random and not really worth mentioning, but might as well because I'm sure some of you guys know of it. You could consider this an Easter egg. I just see it as a dirty joke from Nintendo. If you try to hookshot anywhere onto the statue, except obviously where the cage is in the center, you'll be unable to. But for some odd reason, if you decide to hookshot, and this may seem a little bit perverted for me doing, but if you try to hookshot on the center where the nipples would be on the chest, yes, Link will actually do it. And it does it for both of the, you know, nipples on the chest. I mean, can't really see them, but you can, you know, just assume where they would be, and if you attempt to hookshot just straight to the center, you'll, as you can see, get a nice hookshot spot. So, I don't know why Nintendo added this within the game, but they did, and, yeah, I thought I'd show it off. You tell me what Nintendo was thinking with that one. Anyways, now to the Temple of Time, where we can, make our way to the Temple of Time and see what Rauru was talking about, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Alright.